Hello, Chaos fan. So I need to ask you something. Did any of you grow up in an era where going to the local video store to grab the latest edition was a sacred ritual? Then this game, Retro Rewind, is practically a time machine for you. Behind all this nostalgia of the VHS tapes, shelves filled with movies, this game hides so much more than meets the eye. So today I'm going to give you my top 5 strategies that I was able to grow my store. And even over the time, I was able to learn that, oh, hey, this actually works. So if you guys are ready to grow a true 80s empire, then grab your snacks, sit back, get comfy, and let's dive in. So when I first started Retro Rewind, it wasn't something that I knew of. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no stinking clue. Until I got a little further in the game. And then I started realizing, uh-oh, I was doing things all wrong. So one of the little tips that I want to talk to you guys about is the movies. Now, there's a couple of different types of movies, right? You have your bad movies, which are your bad critics, which are here. And a lot of them are very low star reviews, right? They're very cheap. They're very low. Not really worth having. You still rent them out, but most of them are not even worth having. But did you know that any of the new releases that you actually have are your 5-star? Any of your new releases. They're all 5-star. They are the ones that you want to have in your store. Now, when I first started, I would buy 10, 15, 20 of the new releases. And you guys have seen in the last videos I've done. I would do that. And then once I got done, I would sell them. Don't do that. I was doing it all wrong. Keep the movies, put them on the shelves. Now, granted, it does make you have more shelves. And you do want to have bad critic movies because here's the thing. You want to have bad critic, good critic, and extremely good. You want to have everything from no star to 5-star. Reason being is because people are going to ask for a bad critic. They're going to ask for a bad movie. They're going to ask for a good movie. They're going to ask, do you have any new releases? They're going to ask all of this. So you want to make sure that you have that so you can make sure to bring those customers back every day. Another thing is you want to make sure you stock your shelves. Now, as time goes on, every day, you will end up being able to go into the market. You will be able to buy the movie bundles. Make sure you get some of these movie bundles because they're going to have a variety of them. They're going to get all the way up to roughly about 4.5 stars. Your 5 stars are going to be your new releases that I've seen. I have not seen a single 5-star video that has come out of those boxes. The only 5 stars I've seen come in are the new releases. So you want to make sure you want to have a good hefty stock of those. And you want to make sure you have a good hefty stock of the other videos. The more videos that you have in, the more is going to go out the door. The next thing that you want to make for sure is that when you're first starting out, you're not going to have a whole lot of customers coming in. You're not going to have your employees at least till around level 4. Then you get your first employee. Your second employee comes at level 20. So you're not going to have anybody for at least 4 levels. It's just going to be you. So whenever you start, use your flyers. The flyers are a good way to get people to come in and to get people to want to get your videos. Now, your max level for right now is 20, of course. So we do have a new release, and I will show you a little bit about how I do this. So I have $1,400, but you're not going to start out with that much. So what you want to do is the mask. You want to make sure that you get enough movies that are going to sustain you, that you have the funding for. So with this one here, I could probably buy 20 movies. Yeah, about 375. I could buy 20. So we're going to go ahead and grab that one. That's going to push that right there. You want to make sure that you do put your little shelf or your little sign up. Oh, wrong way. You want to make sure you put your little sign up here, just because that advertises what movie you have featured. So you're going to make sure you grab all your movies and you're going to put them on your shelf. Now, whenever you start out, you're not going to have the big shelf right off the bat. At least I don't think you do. You may. And this is the first time that I've gotten the mask. So that's what kind of made me to giggle. I have not gotten this far in my last playthrough, but we have gotten it this time. I've been playing a lot in the background. But you want to make sure that you have enough of your movies. So this one here is going to be one, and it's going to be up for 7 days. So this one here, the old one that we had, which was the like Jurassic Park that we still have, it literally is the last day is 7 days from the day it releases. So you want to make sure that you check those days of how much longer you have. You can go into the computer and you can look at new, and it will tell you how many days it has left. You want to make sure you keep up with that, because once it's off a new release, then it goes onto a regular shelf. But back to the flyers. So if I sit and I do the flyers up, see how it has the little star above his head? Those are the ones that you can give the flyers to. And some of them are not going to like it. Some of them are. It just really depends. Okay. It just really depends on whether or not they like it or not. Some of them do. Some of them don't. You will know.
Wow.
That expression right there, she liked it. His expression, the doesn't like it so much. Let's see if he does.
Oh.
Yep, he'll stop in. Sometimes they'll say something above their heads. Sometimes they will not. But you want to pass out as many flyers as you can possibly get your hands on throughout the day. Then, the character rebellion. There you go. Then, once you get that really all your employees really coming in and they're, they're doing their thing, and I know you are not asleep. You are. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. So she got the chimpanzee. So she got the little monkey one. Another thing you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure you take care of your customers. When you are by yourself, you are running your register, you're running what they're asking for, and you're running your rewinds. You want to make sure your rewinds are done. So before you even open your store, make sure you do your rewinds. This way they are out on the shelves and they are ready to go. Now, I have not had a day to where I have come in here and every one of my videos are gone. I'm pretty sure if you take a lot of the bad ones out, I'm pretty sure that you will probably end up with a lot of movies completely gone. But my shelves usually end up running out pretty fast. As you can see, most of these are filled. And as time goes on, you're going to gain more and more and more movies. So like that Jurassic one, I can go in and I can buy some more of those. So since I already have 10, I will go in and I will buy 10 more. And I will make sure that I put these on the shelf. And then this way, they are taken care of. It's just going to be mixed for a little bit. There we go. But this way, we have plenty of new releases that they can choose from. Now, see, he already reserved one, so he's getting one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to y'all about is whenever you load into the game, you need to make sure you check your calendar. And here's why. The weather is a crucial part of this game. It's a little sneaky little trick that I've learned. If you have a rainy day or it's going to be a rainy night, what is the one thing that people do on rainy days? They watch movies, right? They watch movies. So if it's raining or it's, you know, I don't know about snowing, but if it's raining, your day is going to be pretty chaotic. You're going to have a lot of people in, and they're going to want to grab movies. They're going to want to, you know, be able to go home, snuggle on the couch, watch a good movie, and just kind of go from there. Hi. So you want to make sure that you know, you have a kind of like a little checklist. And you can make a checklist that how you want your store to be laid out. Mine right now is a little chaotic. It's just a little chaotic. All right, so as you go forward, and you're able to, your first stations, this is another thing I want to talk with you guys about, is your stations. Your stations is a huge factor, and they don't really make a whole lot, but they do make your customers, I guess, feel more at home because they're able to get slushies, popcorn, cotton candy. And then the devs kind of snuck in a new little update. So now we also have sidewalk signs and repair desk. Now the sidewalk signs helps you tremendously because not only does it help you bring in more customers. Now, see, you can change this, right? So, attract 20% more customers every day. Increase all new release rentals by 25%. Fresh concessions, increase daily concessions by 50%. Grab a snack, increase daily snack sales by 50%. And then you have your clearance. You can set these as many times as you want. You can change them as you want. I usually leave it on the video store because it brings in 20% more people every day. So I'm getting a lot of customers come in every day. So he wants a good movie and he wants an action film. I enjoy your recommendations even if you give me an action film. So he's not necessarily wanting an action, he just wants a good movie. So what we're going to do is, you know what? Let's give him a sci-fi. Let's give him a sci-fi. So that's an old. That's a good critic. Where is one of my newest? Ah, there we go. He wants a good movie. There you go. There you go. So he's happy with that. As long as you keep your customers happy, they're going to come back. Now, you are going to have customers that are going to get really mad because they have to pay the fee. But in the very beginning, the fees are what actually helps your shop stay alive. So don't feel bad if you have to charge them for the shop, you know, for their fees. Whether it's the $2 fee, whether it's the $20 fee for breaking the movie, don't feel bad because they need to make sure that they pay for it, right? They need to make sure if they break a movie, they need to make sure they pay for it. They need to be held responsible for their actions. Now, the final thing that I want to talk to you about is your equipment. Let me get her. She's a berserker. She's a Conan the Barbarian. Another thing is your equipment. Now, your first ones that you're going to open is like snack machine, television, clearance bin, refrigerator. Then you go to candy dispenser, arcade machines. Now, your snack shelf and your refrigerator is what your snacks are going to be held on. So you want to make sure you keep these completely full. I try to stock them at least every 2 days because that usually gives it a good little chunk of people actually wanting them. Gives a good little time frame for some of the stock on the shelves to get a little bit low, because they're not gonna get brought off the bat. Like, it's not gonna just go down every day. This is Freddy's. It's not gonna go down every day to where you need to make sure you stock, but a couple days, I would check on it every couple of days. There we go. And then you have your drinks. Now your drinks come a little bit late. A little bit later. She got stuck. Never mind, keep working. How did that happen? Okay. I do not know. The game sometimes has a little bit of a bugginess. Now these here are not really selling the past couple of days, and I'm not quite sure why, but it is okay. It is what it is. Sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't. Just really depends on the preference. But you want to make sure that you can have 4 shelves. And here's why. Because there is also one, and I'll go ahead and I'll grab it, and I'll go ahead and I'll stock it real quick. There is one that I do not have up right now. Oh, here's another one I'm going to show you. You definitely want to make sure you have. Let's see here. Oh, it's this one. Super Chips, I do believe. Yeah, Super Chips. I do believe. No, it's not Super Chips. Which one is it then? Oh, it's the Disco. The Disco King. Okay. So the Disco King, that is every one of your snacks. And then one refrigerator will take care of all of your drinks. So you want to make sure you have your snacks. And to do that, you're going to need 4. Now, I could probably do it to where I have all the chips on one, all of the bars on one. You know, I can do that, but I just don't really care. You can't organize, because that is another thing you definitely want to do, is you want to organize your store. Now, when I first started making this one, I didn't organize for nothing. But what I did do is I did make sure my shelves were organized. I didn't have mixed like this. I didn't have mixed. I made sure I organized them. That is a key factor, because you want to make sure that each genre has their own shelves, because that actually helps you so much where to find if they're like, okay, we're looking for, for an old, or we want this, or we want that. Then you know where to go for. So guys, I hope this actually does help you. Oh, last tip. The very last tip. I forgot to do this. The very last tip. Okay, so you know how you have your different genres, right? You have Christmas, comedy, children, romance, action, Western, horror, sci-fi, fantasy, but you also have adult. Now, in order to get adult, it is not by those boxes in the beginning. The only way you can get the adult movies is by your peddler back here in the back. Now, usually what I do with him is I usually buy everything from him just so I can have them. And then I will just go and just kind of put them out on the shelves. Let's see, horror is going to be back here. We do have a couple little horror, and then we have 2. Because he only sells like 5 at a time. And it took me a little while to get all of these adult movies, and I have more, it's just some are checked out. But it took me a while to get all of these adult movies, but it was a great investment. Now, like I said, you can stock any movies you choose, but the best ones that you're going to want to have are your 5 stars, because they rent out for a lot more. The higher the stars, the higher the rental. But you also want to make sure you have a variety of movies as well, so all your customers are satisfied. So guys, if you happen to like this video and you want to see more of Retro Rewind, in other words, you want me to do a fresh new playthrough of it, to where I show you every day how I build and how we're going to grow our new store. If y'all want that, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll make sure it happens. But guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you happen to like the video, hit that like button. Make sure you hit that hype button if you happen to like the video so much that you want to share it out to other people, but you make sure you do it on the app, not on a browser source. And last but not least, if you really like what we're doing here on the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Show the channel a little bit of love. We are still trying to hit to 1,000 subscribers. Guys, again, thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly do appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one.